This is the grocery shopping list app. So just like our other apps, we're going to start off by creating an HTML and JavaScript file. So first the HTML and then the JavaScript file. I just need to go ahead and link this here. Should be all set for the HTML file. Now we can start building the JavaScript index. So the first thing we're going to do is write some pseudocode. So first we're going to have some global variables. And run game while user. So first we're going to keep on running the game while the user is still playing, not really playing, or like shopping. Then we're going to ask the user if they want to keep on shopping or add or delete an item. There's option Z so we can see the entire thing here. I think first we'll show the user what the shopping list is. Then we're going to have different functions for whether or not the user is adding an item, deleting an item, or if they want to finish shopping. So actually, I think we could probably just leave it as that for now, and you just go with that. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to create two global variables. The first is the grocery list, and then the second is the whether or not the user is still shopping. So just creating an empty list for groceries and still shopping set as a Boolean equal to true. And now we're going to do while the user is still shopping. We're going to run the program. So this is just alerting the user to let them know what is currently on the grocery shopping list. And now we're going to see whether or not they want to keep on shopping or delete an item. So this is just going to ask the user that they want to keep on shopping. And the user will type in A, D, or F, depending on what they want to do. Here we're just going to check to see if it's an add, and then we'll do something with that. Else if, we're going to check if it's a D. We're going to do another else if. Misspelled else. You can see the color coordinating code and the red squiggly line to indicate that we screwed something up. And then, so if none of those are true, then we're just going to do a catch in case there's any errors. So for this, we're just going to alert the user didn't. If you use a single quotation there, it's not going to work. So we're going to have to use double quotations on the outside and then the single quotation on the inside to make it work. Enter a valid response. All right, so if the user is adding an item, prompt the user for that item. And then we're just going to add it to groceries. And then if they're going to delete an item, basically going to do the same thing. Now the one trick here is we're going to have to use a couple of different methods for the delete. So the first one is we're going to have to figure out where the actual element is that they're trying to delete. So we're going to create a new variable, which we can call it A for now. Actually, X will be a little easier. So this is just going to take the groceries list and do an index of, and this will be the item. So this will just find the index number in the groceries list that has the item, which is what the user entered in. So if so this is just making sure that the user actually entered in a correct item. If the user didn't enter in a correct item, then we'll just say user could not find item. This splice method will just find wherever that item is in the list and then delete that one item. And then finally, if the user enters F for finish, this will just end the shopping here, and we're going to make this equal to false. All right, so now we're just going to double check our code here, see if there's any potential mistakes. So, all right, we're creating two global variables, still shopping, which is a Boolean, we're setting it equal to true, and we're creating a variable called groceries, which is just a list. So while still shopping is true, we're going to alert the user that their grocery list includes the groceries. Then we're going to ask the user for whether or not they want to add, delete, or finish. If the response is add, then we're going to ask the user to enter an item, and we're going to add it to our grocery list. Else, if it's delete, then we're going to ask the user to enter the item, and then we're going to find where it is in the groceries list by using this index of item method. And then if it's a valid response, then we're going to use the splice method to delete it from the groceries list. Else, we're going to give the user an error. And then if it's not an A or a D and it's an F, that means the user wants to finish shopping, so still shopping will be equal to false. And if none of those things are true, that means the user didn't enter a valid response. So I'll just clean that up there, and let's see if it actually worked. Current shopping list includes nothing, because they haven't added anything yet. All right, let's press A to add, say apples. All right, there we go, includes apples. A to add again, and let's say oranges. All right, so it includes apples and oranges. And now let's say delete, we'll say apple. I think we use apples, so it has to be exactly correct, otherwise it won't work. So try that again, delete apples. All right, and then that works. Now it's just oranges. And now we can press F for finish, see if that works. And it looks like F is not working. So it looks like we're going to go into an infinite loop. So let's go back to our code and see what we screwed up. All right, so let's see here. So if the response is, so the response equals that. All right, so if the response is equal to A, do this. Else, if it's equal to D, do that. Else, if its response is equal to F, do still shopping. And let's see, why might that be wrong? Tricky, tricky, tricky. Let's just do a console log here. Or actually, we'll just do an alert. This is another way to debug. So instead of console log, let's do alert. So this will just give us the value of the variable, still shopping. And we'll see whether or not we're doing something that's screwing it up. All right, let's try this again. We're just going to go straight to finish. So it looks like it's never making it true. All right, so that didn't work. All right, so now we're going to go back in here and we're going to try to see if this is ever running, or whether or not this is not being, oh, here we go. Did the same mistake as I did before, 2 equal signs. All right. So set it equal to false, and that should hopefully fix it. Let's see, I'll try this one more time. F finish, and there we go. All right. Always bad to make the same mistake twice, but that's one of the downsides of coding is it's pretty easy to make dumb little mistakes like that, and it's really just about how to figure out how to find those mistakes and solve them as quickly as possible.